What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is me, and they call me Heat. You know we back cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Today's gonna be a little bit different though. Recently, I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but on Instagram and Twitter, I've been seeing a lot of rappers and producers being invited to a Dreamville session from J. Cole. I guess him and the Dreamville team are working on a new album. I think it's called Revenge of the Dreamers, if I'm not mistaken. Album 2, I think. But I've been seeing it go around, and I was like, yo, that would be crazy if I got an invitation. But what would I play, though? Like, what type of beats would I play? And I had it. I figured it out. I found the perfect beat that I know that I would play in my arsenal. But I wanted to break it down with you guys and show you how I created it and show you what this beat sounds like so that you would know if I got into a session with them, what kind of beat would I play? So I'm going to show y'all. So let's get into breaking this beat down. This beat, again, this is called Number One. You can check this beat out at youngheatbeats.com. Don't forget, y'all, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Please hit the bell button because I don't want you to miss any more of these videos. I want you to get the notification so that you don't miss these videos at all or miss any of the posts that I'm making on YouTube. YouTube does not work without you guys hitting that bell button. I'm sorry, I don't know what's up with the algorithm. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. But I just know that without hitting that bell button, you guys will not get any type of notifications at all. But anyway, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. They call me Heat at both of those places. Let's get into the video. All right, so with this track, basically, like I said, I'm gonna break this beat down just to kind of show you guys how I made this beat. This beat is called Number One. And like I said, when I found out about that J. Cole like Dreamville session that they're inviting all these producers by a little note, basically, like I was like, yo, if they hit me up and told me to come, I already know what beats I'm playing off rip. I know that they probably want to, you know, cook fresh, but I'm like, I know I got one specific beat that I know that they would love, and it would be an epic beat for them, you know what I'm saying, either as an intro or outro or as like a mid track, but it would be dope for all of the Dreamville artists to go on and really do some, you know, really spit some bars too. So let's just go through, and I'm going to show you guys how I started building this beat up. So first, I started off with these piano chords. Just simple chord pattern. Then what I did was I went in and I started adding some drums in. With these drums, I did put a drum loop in the background of it just to kind of give it that dope vibe. What I did was I kind of followed the drum loop and how the drum loop was going, because the drum loop is just a simple... I wanted to follow what the drum loop was doing, so my drums follow that, and that's how we get that pattern. But when we add that in with the keys, this is what it sounds like. What I did next was I wanted to make this epic, so what I did was I went in and I added some strings in there. They basically follow the same pattern as the chords, and when you play it all together like that, it sounds like this. And believe it or not, when I was doing this, what song popped in my head was Young Money, Every Girl in the World. The way that the business did those strings, they kind of did the same strings, and not even just that track, actually. It was T-Pain and Lil Wayne, Can't Believe It, and the way that they had the strings just hitting, like it wasn't a chord, they were just, you know, they were just string hits, and I wanted to follow that same, you know, emotion or same pattern, because, you know, sometimes you want to take elements from hit records and put them into your own beats, because those small little elements are what make those beats hits. So that's kind of what I did here. So then next, what I did was I went in and I did some live style hi-hats, and this is what they sound like. And that was a way to keep that going, that live element going. So when I added that in with the drums, the keys, and the strings, it sounds like this. then what I did was, after that, I like Rhodes. I like Rhodes a lot. They really add an extra element that I feel is missing from a lot of beats sometimes. But when you want to put soul into it, to me, I feel like adding Rhodes really adds that extra soul or that extra sauce to your beat. When it's got a nice groove, Rhodes just add an extra little essence to them. So when I added the Rhodes in with the strings and the keys, it kind of gave it that sauce. Well, it sounds like this. And as you can hear, there are extra little small elements inside of the Rhodes that kind of, it's not all the same as the keys. So it kind of fills in the holes of where the keys are, missing or where they're not playing at. So that was dope. Next, I added in just a simple, orchestra crash. And it has a nice delay on it. So next, what I did was I added a pizzicato to kind of just a simple hit. It's only 2 hits, but it just adds extra essence to the track after the Rhodes and the keys hit. And it sounds like this. Like I said, it's just something to fill in the blanks. And this is what it sounds like together with the keys, the Rhodes, and the extra strings. Simple enough, right? So next, what I did was I added in a bass line. It's just a simple synth bass, and I actually used the 3X oscillator from FL Studio, which is it's really dope. Like, I've made 808s from the 3XS, the 3X oscillator. I've made just normal sine basses, and I'll maybe put some EQ or some different effects on it to kind of make it separate or make it sound different from the normal, bass or 808s. And it sounds like this with everything else. Next, what I did was I added a sound from, it's called the V lead from Gladiator, and that sound just sounds like this. It's a simple lead. To kind of, and it's really tucked. It's not even loud, as you guys just heard. I don't even have that like loud because it's just something to sit in the background. And when you have your headphones on. Next, you guys probably won't believe me, but I used to use Logic back in the day. This was around 2010, 2011. I was on a MacBook Pro, and I, was using Logic for a little while, and it had this guitar. And T-Pain used it a lot. He used it in I'm in Love with a Stripper. And that came from GarageBand originally. But a lot of the GarageBand sounds were in Logic. So what I did was I liked that guitar. And when I was using Logic, I used that guitar a few times. And my friend, he had a MacBook Pro. And he had Logic on his computer. I don't know why he had it. I don't know. He didn't make beats. But anyway, he had Logic on his computer. And I was like, yo, there's a guitar on there that I need. And I need to take it out of there. So what I did was I sampled it into my computer, while the beat was playing. I sampled the stuff into Edison, and then I put extra effects on it. And after I added my effects, it came out sounding like this. Pretty simple guitar. Like I said, I just took a stock guitar sound from Logic, added like guitar rig, some delay, some EQ, a little distortion on it as well outside of guitar rig, and then added all those, and it brought it out and made it sound like that. So when we put everything together, it all sounds like this, and I'll kind of play it just from like the verse area coming into the hook part. So let's see what that sounds like. simple track. It's really not a lot going on. Like I really only put keys, strings, a pizzicato, a bass, and a little guitar in that small lead. Like there's really not a lot going on in the track at all. But for what I know that J. Cole and the Dreamville team is doing over there right now with building this album, I know that this would be perfect for what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Especially for if they were performing it. I feel like this is a great performance track. And that's where my mind was at when I was creating this. It's a great performance track. So that's pretty much that track. Again, this beat is called Number One. And you guys can check it out right now at youngheatbeats.com. Make sure you go check that out. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you don't miss any more of these videos. All right? I love you guys, man. There's nothing else I can really say. But until next time, enjoy this hip-hop beat. Let's go.